Namaskaram, Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, 36th sloka. In this sloka, Arjuna addresses Krishna as Janardana, one who takes care of all jivas in the earth. Janardana, I don't want to kill my people. I don't gain anything from that. Even if it gives me material, the kingdom, that will not give me any pleasure. I am not going to be happy with that. So why should I kill them? It is adding up sins, pavam. So when we say sin, what is sin? Sin, what is not to be done mentioned in the Shastras. If we do that, then it becomes sin. Here Arjuna feels fighting against them, if they happen to die, that will be sin. But Manusmriti, the other Shastras say, when you defend yourself, when you are in risk, when you are attacked by someone, so it depends on the situations. For self-defense, you have to react. So at that time, you cannot say that this is sin. That will not become a sin. So the Shastra says very clearly what actions are sins, what actions will bring sins, and when it is for self-defense, they will not be considered as sins. So we have the detailed explanation in Manusmriti. Our Shastras say that. So here Arjuna is saying that it is sin. He is in a unsteady mind because he is attracted by that physical relation, that is personal relations. He is attached to people. He is now filled with too much of compassion, kindness to the people. So he is not able to analyze the situation properly. So when you are in moga or when you are in lobha, that is greediness, what do? We cling on to the object out of fear of losing. So that is what happened to Arjuna here. So Arjuna is giving out excuses for what he is doing now. Why I am not fighting? Why I don't want to kill them? Why I should be away from this battlefield? So he is giving out, he is referring all the factors, and he is saying that this is sin, so I will not do. This is not allowed by Shastra, so I will not do. So when we are in, when you get attracted by the sense organs, you will not have viveha. So what happens? You will not have the capacity to analyze. You will not get the analyzing mind, and you will not have anything to think upon it. So you will not have good thoughts because your mind is refusing, mind is blocked with the personal relationship with the people. So you are now under the control of your sense organs. So naturally you are trapped in that. So there is no viveka. So you do not have the capacity to analyze the situation and act according to that. So Arjuna is in this situation. So Arjuna says in the next verse, Madhava, the husband of Mahalakshmi, how can I be happy by killing all these people? They are my own people, and if I kill them, it becomes immoral. Later I will have guilt feeling, I will feel guilty, and I will repent for what I do now. So I don't want to kill them. And he says, even if they are ready to kill me, I know they will kill me, and they want the kingdom from me, they want the wealth from me, they don't want me to be alive, so they are ready to kill me, but still I am not going to retaliate, I am not going to attack them back. I don't mind giving up my life too. So he has gone to that level because his mind is filled with compassion, kindness. He knows pretty well that their minds, their thoughts are overpowered by greed. So Arjuna, when he entered the battlefield, he was so strong in fighting, he was so strong in getting punishment for those who did injustice to the entire Pandavas families. But now his mind has been changed because he is trapped into that, the sense organs, reactions. He is not able to think properly, and he is giving out the reasons for what all he is doing now. Now he doesn't feel the presence of, he takes the decision, he doesn't get the guidance from Sri Krishna now. It was at the beginning of the Gita Upadesam, he was, the condition of Arjuna was like this. He takes decision on his own. He says, no, I am not going to fight. Because I am not going to get any pleasure from this. I am not going to enjoy any material, even if I get it after killing them. So he has kept his mind closed, and he has not realized the presence of Lord Krishna. And he tried to avoid violence. It was good because he was a person of righteous nature. But here he forgot his duty. He has come here to fight for getting dharma. So he is losing the duty. He is not doing his duty. He is not displaying his duty as a Kshatriya here. But what happened in Mahabharata? After Duryodhana lost all the people and he was very badly wounded, then Ashwatthama, Dronacharya's son, he came during the night time to the camp of Pandavas, and he brought the weapon and killed them. That was not the war time. He killed the sons of Draupadi. And after they came back, they found Ashwatthama did that. And even at that time, Draupadi was not for killing him, because he was their Guru's son. So she says, no, he is our Guru's son, don't kill him. And Arjuna, he removed the immense power what he had in his forehead. He removed that, and he spared him with his life. He just took off the power of Ashwatthama. So they acted according to the Shastras. But Lord Krishna said, yes, don't spare him, because he entered with a weapon. He has to be punished. Only then Arjuna did that. So here we learn what is sin, what is not sin, how we have to react to the situations, and what does our Shastra say. Then what do we learn from all this? How to handle situations in our life daily, because we come across so many situations in our life. We meet so many people, not everyone is so good to us. So how to react to the people who do injustice to us. So from this we learn, because we should follow the laws. Nowadays we don't say Shastras, we say laws. So we should know how to control our organs, sense organs. So how to have that consciousness, how to have that presence of mind, how to be alert about our consciousness. So here when we say consciousness, is Atma. So when you say Atma, we are reminded of Paramatma. So when you are conscious of your Paramatma, naturally you will not get confused. You will not get attracted by the sense organs. So we remain stable. Our mind remains steady. So this is what we learn from Bhagavad Gita. And Manusashastra says there are so many. Manusmriti is full of good things only. We have no depth in knowing about all this. That is, our knowledge is very limited about the scriptures. So we talk ill of all this. But what does the Manusmriti say? we should not squabble with Brahmins, priests, maternal uncle, teachers, doctors, relatives, and dependent children, guests. So, we should know how to preserve that relationship, how to handle people. That is very, very important. You cannot be harming people. It is not that only with weapons you are harming, even with the way you behave with those people, you are harming people. So Manusmriti says all this very clearly. So let us respect our Shastras. That is what Arjuna said in the next verse. If I kill these people, the society will be without the elder persons. So there will be no one to guide the rest of the population. So the society will be spoilt. Then all laws and traditions will be lost, and there will be lawlessness, and there will not be dharma in the society. Adharma will dominate the society. So that is what referred by Arjuna here. So if I fight back, then if I kill these people here, then the society will be without traditions, without values, without laws, without the elders. So Arjuna gives out why he is not ready to fight, why he is not proceeding with the war. Alvar, one of the Alvars, Poigai Alvar, he says in one of the Pasurams, Surukkaga vaangi sulavi nindru, Ayyar nerukkamun, நீர் நினைமின் கண்டீர் திருப்பொலிந்த ஆகத்தான் பாதம் மறிந்தும் அறியாத போகத்தால் இல்லை பொருள். So he says, when you are not able to do anything, that is when you are covered, it makes your body shrink. Don't get into that condition. When do you go to that situation? When you are dominated by the sense organs, you get into that. So before getting into that condition, you surrender to God. You go and hold the golden feet of Lord Vishnu. You will have the presence of Lord Vishnu. Here Arjuna, though he is with Lord Krishna, he didn't feel that. So he did not have that feeling. So that is why he was taking his decision. No, I am not going to fight. So he takes the decision on his own. So Bhudatalvar, he says, we should control all our sense organs. If we don't control our sense organs, we become Arivatravar. Arivatravar means you become fools. You are not able to do anything. Then what is the use of talking about this when you are not able to control your sense organs? So he talks about how you have to control your sense organs, and if you are acting according to your sense, if you become slave to your sense organs, you cannot feel the presence of God. So don't go to that extension. So be in consciousness of Lord Vishnu. So here Arjuna missed that. Bhagavan is with him, but he is not able to feel that presence because he was attracted by the sense organs. He showed too much of compassion. He was attracted by that personal relationships. So there is no viveka. So there is no chintana. So we should be very careful in applying all that to handle situations in our daily life.